Welcome back to Meticulous Mechanic. The final step is going to be to get this fuel tank back on. If you go back and watch the original removing the fuel tank video, you'll remember these hoses I couldn't get off. They mount up under the tank right here and here. These videos have saved me about 3 times in this process. I know those hoses are going to go through this clamp and up around this thing and up behind here, but when I get up to the top, I can't remember exactly where it comes out. Probably here, so I'm going to go look at my fuel tank removal video and see where they come out at. If I go over to my YouTube channel, Meticulous Mechanic, I can tap on this search box and type in fuel, enter. There it is, fuel tank removal, and I will find that at 10 minutes and 24 seconds in. It goes in front of this wire here. I did label them left and right. It's kind of interesting. They're molded and they kind of follow the same path down at the bottom. Then when you get up to the top, they diverge. Line up at the bottom. And when you come up here, it starts to diverge. And it makes sense. Now the left will go on the left and the right will go on the right. So I can just feed them down through here. Like that. Reach through here and grab them out. Pull. Should come out now. Like that. I'm going to go through this connector here. And then they'll tuck under here and feed out the bottom. I have the 2 kinks lined up right there where it changes direction. Now I just have to put the left over here on the left and the right on the right. Once you get them on, you just squeeze this and slide it up. I rewatched my fuel tank video again briefly on this section, and these hoses actually have to go down into this clip. I just need to pull them down a little farther and hook them under there like that. When I did the throttle body sync, I had to temporarily put the tank down, so I figured out if you put a rug here, have a piece of wood ready and set the tank down on the rug, and then you can use this piece of wood to hold it up in the front so it doesn't hit the fuel pump when it falls down. Now you have access up under here to attach the fuel line and the electrical connector. Once I get them connected, I'm going to spin the tank counterclockwise. I'll need to get these 2 bolts off out of the way. That's what the final mounting is. There's also some good shots of this procedure in the preparing for throttles body sync video. First thing I'll do is put on the electrical connector, and then I'll have to spin this fuel hose around and reconnect it. First thing you have to do, that's the locks, that's unlocked. Hook that onto the fuel. I got to rotate it, make sure it clicks, and then push this up. Now I can do the electrical connector. Make sure I have it the right way. That's good. I'm going to hook these up after I get it back on. Now I'm just going to spin it counterclockwise. This hose is going to rotate. Of course, the handlebar's in the way. Get that out of the way. Spin it. Be careful not to scratch your frame. Set it down. It's going to go there. It's pretty close. I just have a thin piece of wood and a rug. I'm going to mount these bolts on either side and then rotate it up and put that piece of wood in like you saw in the original video. Now that I have the 2 bolts installed, I can rotate the tank up and put this piece of wood in there temporarily to hold it for me. That'll allow me to inspect under here to make sure I have the fuel connector and the electrical connector correct, which I do. I'll be able to get the 2 hoses mounted on those ports. I put a tiny bit of water on the fitting and slid those 2 hoses up. Now I can remove the piece of wood and lower everything down carefully. Reinstall the 2 screws. Go for the final tightening.